Hey, this is Matthew with Feel Good Property Management. I'm the broker. We're based out of San Diego, California, and our website is feelgoodpm.com. Today we're going to talk about lease expirations. And this is part of our Life of a Property series where we're opening up and showing owners what you can expect when you work with us. So, lease expirations occur at the end of every lease. We evaluate the tenancy and we make recommendations. The owner is going to review and confirm what they want us to do. Communication is key, and also, we need to be very organized. We need to have a very good process, and timing is really critical because when you manage many homes, hundreds of homes, you need to be able to do things systematically and on time. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a quick flow chart down here, and what you can see is the lease starts here, and at some point in the future, the lease is going to end down here. But before that lease ends, we're going to go ahead and do a yearly inspection. Now, why is this related to the lease expiration process? Because if you want to continue forward with the current tenants in place, you need to know if they're taking care of the home. So here is the yearly inspection that we do, and I'll show you an example report. Here you go. So this is called the sustaining property inspection. You can find this on our website as an example. And what we're looking at is the condition of the home, if they're violating any terms of the lease, are they taking care of everything? Are there any water leaks? Are there any liability repairs? Do the furnace filters need to be changed, etc., etc. Then we're going to take photos outside and inside, and we're going to share this with the owner. We're going to test smoke detectors and all of that good stuff as well. All right, so that's your property inspection. And again, that tells you if the tenants are maintaining the home well. Now you can see we have gather data and tenant report. So there's other items we want to consider here. So what do we want to consider? Well, we want to consider if they're paying their rent on time and if they have any disciplinary issues or anything like that. So the property manager is going to review and create a report. The report is going to look like this. It's called the Tenant Performance Report, and it'll have all the information about your property, number of late payments, number of disciplinary issues, and then a recommendation and analysis of the condition of the home and of the tenancy in general. All right, so this is going to be the ammunition we need to be able to then contact the owner and talk about what we recommend. So the property manager is going to say, hey, here's our default process, or here's what I recommend. What do you want to do? So then we're going to take the owner's input, talk back and forth, decide what to do, and then proceed forward. Once we decide that, we're going to go and talk to the tenant. So we're going to contact the tenant. Again, there's a phone call every single time we do this to the owner and to the tenant, at least one, probably multiple, and there's also some emails and stuff like that. But again, very important to have that communication over the phone. So once we contact the tenant, we're going to tell them what the landlord or the owner wants to do, and then we're going to move forward and we're going to take action. So what actions can we take, and when are we doing these actions? Well, you can see we're going to be contacting the owner around 70 to 90 days before the lease expires, and we're going to be taking action usually between 60 to 70 days before the lease expires. And there's reasons for that we don't need to get into in this video, but it's the right thing to do it early. All right, so are we going to increase rent? Are we going to renew the lease? Are we going to let the lease go month to month for more flexibility? Or are we going to terminate tenancy because there's an issue? All right, so if you want to end the video here, that's the basic summary of what we do, but I'll show a little bit more as far as what our process looks like and how we control everything in our software. So here is our lease expiration, and we have many lease expiration items open. This particular one is for this fake property on Roosevelt Street. And we have the tenant in there, the rent, all the information, number of late payments, disciplinary items, all that stuff. We also have a database with any disciplinary issues. So when we can go back, our record keeping is really impeccable. So we know, hey, when we're going to go back and renew that lease, let's see if these tenants follow the terms of the lease or if they created issues for their neighbors or anything like that. Then we're going to create that report that we talked about, and we're going to contact the tenant and the owner. So the first thing we're going to do is call the owner, like I said. We're going to record that phone call, which we record all of our phone calls, and the owner gave us authorization to do a $50 rent increase for 12 months. So we can actually copy and paste this here. Now I have a recording link for a record keeping. If anyone on my team needs to see this, they can. The owner also put it in writing. If anyone in our team wants to see this, they can. So it's very easy for me as the broker to be able to keep track of what's going on. If we need to, we'll do a comparable report. We have other videos and documents showing what that is. And then we'll also talk to the tenant. So we'll call the tenant, always call first, and then we'll email them as well. Again, recorded line with recorded links, and everything is connected to this one item. So everything is very systemized, easy for our whole team to see and visible. So then we're going to take actions. What are the actions? Well, we might need to send notices. We might need to do future rent charges. There's a bunch of changes that are going to happen. We might need to send a lease for renewal. Then we're going to do the accounting and make sure the books line up. And then at the end of the day, there's going to be a broker review, which is going to be the broker reviewing this and making sure everything looks good. So that is how we do lease expirations. It's a really important process, and I wanted to thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions or you need any property management services, please don't hesitate to reach out. Again, my name is Matthew Birch, broker for Feel Good Property Management. We're based out of San Diego, California, and our website is feelgoodpm.com. Thanks and have a great day.